Welcome to Tesla Info, and today we're going to have a quick look at alternate routes which came out as part of release 2022.28. The first scenario is the easiest one. It's basically a destination which is within range of the car without needing to stop to charge. Pick your destination and the map will show you the route like it's always done, but also give you a couple of times, which if you click on those different times it just shows the different routes on the car, which is all great and straightforward. You just leave the selected route and eventually the sat-nav will kick in and take you there. The next scenario is a route where you need to stop on the way. Here we can see it's actually defaulted to the previous operation, and to get around that you remove charging stops, and this then shows you alternative routes, and here you can see there's a couple of different ones, two very similar and one quite different. Of course that's not great because you can't get there, so to get around that you then add a waypoint or a stop en route, and if you make that a charging stop it shows you all the superchargers in your area, and you can basically pick on different ones until you find one you like, add that to your journey, and that effectively will then define the route that you're going to take. That's okay, but what happens if you're going quite a long distance? So if we just change it into pick a journey this time up to the other side of London, we can see that again it stops at the first supercharge it would normally route us to. We can clear it, we can then have our different routes. For those who live in the UK, one option's down the M40, the other's down the M1, and we can toggle between the two. We can then add the destination charges, and we can see only the ones in red are within range with the amount of electricity we've got in the car. So actually the car's helping us here by actually saying, you need to actually find one of these chargers so that you don't accidentally pick one too far. We'd probably advise them being slightly cautious and not go right to the limit of the car, but at least it's actually informing you on what's possible and what's not. Like before, you pick your supercharger you want, that actually is going to then define the route you're going to take, and then it will just work as it's always done before and actually give the information to the final destination. And the final test is going to pick a destination that is even further away. This time we're going to go to Edinburgh, and there's 2 charging stops en route. Again, if you want to see alternate destinations, the first thing to do is remove superchargers en route. That then calculates a couple of different options. In this case there's one down the east and one down the west coast of the UK. You can then add a stop along route, make it a charging stop, and then the superchargers come up, again showing the red ones being the ones which are in range. And again you can click on the individual ones until you find one that you like the look of and add that as a destination, and then that defines effectively the route for the journey, and you can see it's added a further supercharger stop at the top.